Alright, we've made some big changes to this army. Fundamentally, things remain the same. You can still watch most of my old videos, but you have to get comfortable with the fact that Town Hall 18 is completely different to Town Hall 17, and you have to relearn some muscle memory in order to make some things work. And this is applicable for almost any army in the game. Um, but the gist is you need to invest more into anything that is capable of targeting buildings in general. Stop investing into defense targeting aspects of the game. Just this will make sense as I talk about it a little bit more. But you'll see, I don't have the revive spell anymore. I instead have a second rage, and because we don't need the revive anymore, I've even reduced the invis spells. This is just in case I want to set up a fireball somewhere. But that second rage is extremely beneficial. I'll show you guys what I mean. All right, another change, I didn't even talk about it. The second rage and the freeze spell, these are the most important things. And you'll notice that I'm starting to more heavily invest into what my queen is specifically doing on the base. So let's just get started with the fundamentals for a base like this. Revenge Tower is well protected in the core with the Guardian, and Builder Huts all over, just completely toxic, and it can be troublesome to deal with. I just used one invis spell over here at the start to set up the fireball. We got a good chunk of the base out, and hey, we even sniped the minion prince for free. Okay, great. We're all set up. Lazy fireball done. You can imagine I'm going to try to set up a log launcher through the multi-gear cannon to run over the Revenge Tower as well. And there's just two things to be really, really scared of. One is the Guardian and one is the Revenge Tower. And well, those are the newest things added to Town Hall 18, which we are not comfortable with. So how can we deal with them? On this base, luckily they're both like very close to each other. So I can feasibly allow the log launcher to run over the Revenge Tower in this case. I'll show you what I mean. I know there's builder huts everywhere around over here, but trust me, it is possible. So we've recalled our warden up to the top. I'm just gonna give him a few furnaces. He should be completely okay in this entire area, right? So as I mentioned, queen over here on the multi-gear cannon, and we're gonna get those earthquakes down pretty soon. I don't think I target the core, but it's fine. Just something to quickly erase these buildings over here. And notice I'm using my totem spells to protect my log push. I'm not even going to focus too much on my warden. I can see he's totally safe up over here. He will not be in any danger. The guardian will focus on my queen push rather than my warden. So let's just focus on that. You'll also see I dropped a second totem as well over here. Just that revenge tower, right? That one thing is so deadly. And now this freeze. The freeze spell is especially dedicated just for the revenge tower. And then look at this, the second rage. I know that my Yetis, that revenge tower is crazy. If it targets your Yetis, it actually kills the Yetimites before it even manages to reach the revenge tower. And so this is where the freeze comes in clutch. Look at this. The revenge tower just went down, and now our super Valk should also die over here. But what I wanted to do was more importantly have a rage early on before the super Valk died, and we managed to grab the entire core out. Queen is still alive, so the giant, our few Yetis, and then our super Yetis, everybody's tanked. The core out. The revenge tower went down. Otherwise, that revenge tower would have shredded everything over there. So we save our royal champion for the very end of this base, and we managed to get it down. So I think all in all, not bad. We still have one rage left for the back end. Usually, what ends up happening is the warden walks into a position where he himself needs the rage. So you can think of it as one rage spell for him and one rage spell for your queen dive, I should say. And don't be afraid to use your totem spells for your log push, especially your log push. If it's going to be going over the revenge tower, definitely try to keep your queen alive as much as possible. You have two totem spells. You have whatever remaining invis spells from the fireball because you don't need them with the royal champion anymore. And lastly, you have the free spell to dedicate to the revenge tower. It's explicitly used for the revenge tower. I'll go over some more base spells and let's see how we can use the spells differently. Alright, next up we've got a double rage base. Somehow the equipments got messed up on this. I don't have a giant arrow, but you'll see I meant to use a giant arrow. I don't know how it became a magic mirror, but stick to the fundamentals of what we know of setting the attack up from Town Hall 17. We're just gonna get a lazy fireball on either one of these rage towers. I just go for the right one just because it's double ricochet cannon, and I feel like that's a little bit more dangerous than a single ricochet cannon and this level 1 bomb hive. I just feel like the right side is a little bit more expensive, and it might be more convenient for me to get that out. So cool. We even get the tornado trap over here, luckily. But yeah, I'm just gonna use one invest to save my warden. Don't want him to die. And fireball. There we go. Great. Done. Now the second rage is very, very cool. I actually am enjoying it a lot. You'll see I actually charge my warden a little bit more and use my second rage to just grab this entire area out. It's totally worth it. I might not have been needed, but hey, I can just warden charge this area instead of sacrificing my royal champion over here. So it's a choice between sacrificing a hero or using two spells just to grab all of that value out. So I just feel like it's a little bit more flexible now. And I'm realizing, okay, Warden is relatively safe. I can actually start my queen super soon. And I'm going to use a log launcher to run over the Revenge Tower once again over here. But it's so deep, you can see. I was expecting the giant arrow. Unluckily for me, it just didn't pop. But that's okay. Earthquake still comes down. And sadly, log gets targeted very, very soon. But it is what it is, it is what it is. Yeah, I recall my warden now that he's getting pulled towards the queen, but just notice so far, I haven't used my royal champion because I invested a rage towards the warden walk first. So we're all good. And we still have this revenge tower menacingly waiting for us up ahead. So far so good, right? Like everything is similar to Town Hall 17. The king is going to use his ability in this rage tower area. Perfect. He damages up most of the things in the core over there. And this is also something I really like. Now we can use the totem spell to even distract the rage tower defenses. And now look at this. The freeze dedicated for the Revenge Tower. Even the Rage. I even went so far as to dedicate the Rage and that Invisible. Like, it's just something that you have to grab out. Spend as many spells as needed to use whatever hero is in there to allow yourself to grab it. That is all you need to do. And our Royal Champion is going to come in super clutch at the end over here. We still have one totem spell to distract everything out here. So that's a job well done. If that Revenge Tower was still standing, this attack would have definitely failed. Because what would have happened is, now this is the last defense, but if the Revenge Tower was still standing over here, then the Royal Champion would have to go towards the Revenge Tower. Look at where the Guardian is standing, and that would pull my Warden as well towards the Revenge Tower. And despite of Phoenix mode, I feel like my Warden would die, and then that Guardian would pick everything off as well. And this might have been a 99% 1-star. So, gist of it is, invest the new spells that we have in this army to get that Revenge Tower down. It is a damn menace, and if any of your heroes are approaching it, spend the spells needed, especially at freeze. That freeze is definitely needed for the Revenge Tower, and use whatever extra spells that you have to make it happen. That's all. Everything else is pretty much the same. Some more base spells. Let's go through it. Okay, I'm just gonna show you guys some friendly challenges. Just for the sake of some base variety, because Legends is, well, you can sometimes face the same base size very often. But yeah, for now, this is the base that we have. It's just anti-2. The Revenge Tower is very well protected in the core. And you can see it's symmetrical on the right side, whatever was there on the left. So I just got a Fire Spitter, Ricochet Cannon, Multi-Archer Tower. Pretty good value. It sets up the funnel very nicely. And I only used one Earthquake. We used a Rocket Loon to finish off the Ricochet Cannon. Pretty standard stuff. So I'm still going to allow my Warden to walk. And now the question is, where do we want to use a Log Launcher? One option is to try to make it run over the Revenge Tower, but I think that would be from over here somewhere. But this line is just so clean, and it's all defenses that are waiting way far into the base for us. So I can honestly allow my Warden to walk a little bit more. He'll even grab the enemy king out at the cost of just that one Headhunter, and we're all good to go. So I just saw the red bomb, so I thought, okay, let me use this rocket balloon to try to pull them out. And yeah, I'm just gonna allow my Warden to stick to the king, and we're just gonna get started with our queen. No need to wait at all. We're gonna drop both our earthquakes over there, just like that, and we've already funneled out the right side with the furnace. So that should allow just our queen and our king to push through over here. Once again, recall my Warden to the left side right as he is about to start getting closer to my entire group. And same fundamentals. Don't be afraid to use your totem spells to allow your push to go on a little bit more deeper. Preserve everybody's health. It's required. that revenge tower will otherwise just wreck you. So I'm gonna even I'm even gonna go to the extent of prioritizing my king's ability to just open up the walls to allow my queen to reach the revenge tower. And look at her, she's sitting back here with full health. And you'll see once again the same thing, rage and the freeze. I'm dedicating the freeze specifically to take care of that revenge tower. I should have even used an invis spell over here on her. She could have grabbed the guardian out for me, but a little too late. But hey, it's all okay. Like the base is almost done with. Royal Champion once again towards the very end. You'll notice, like, more often than not, I'm allowing my Warden to walk a little bit more, and I'm starting to use my Royal Champion more so on the end of the base rather than at the start. There are still a lot of base styles where I use her at the beginning to support my Queen push, and I'll show you guys one example of that right after this. So you can imagine how this goes. We still have that rage effect on my Warden, so he can easily power through the Monolith as well as the Guardian. And there we go. Like, even though the Town Hall was the last one to fall, we still have a few spells in our bag. Like if my queen got the guardian down, then I might not have even needed a rage spell, but there we go. Just use your spells to protect your king, queen push a little bit more, allow your log launcher and queen to get significantly more value than they did before. It's totally worth it. Don't depend on your royal champion for getting that work done. That's all. Just think of your royal champion as an initial support tool, nothing more, nothing less. You're all good to go. All right, now here's another very, very annoying base style. And you can just see it's this very isolated town hall. Guardian can reach you outside while sitting inside. And it's just so much of damage just concentrated all around the base. But hey, we're going to have to set this up somehow. It's like we obviously have a lot of fireball options, but I haven't mentioned this before. If you can grab the revenge tower using the fireball, such that you get feasibly good value around it, definitely go for it. So over here, even just the clan castle and revenge tower is sufficient because think of it, if you started your attack anywhere else on the base, the revenge tower is one of the final things to fall. And you have the clan castle as well as the minion prince and king to deal around it. It's just very, very difficult value to try to pull. So I was trying to get the fireball on the air sweeper because then I could have erased this entire area as well, but it didn't happen sadly. But it's totally fine. It's totally fine. So yeah, I'm even going to invest that one invis spell just to snipe that minion prince and allow my warden to keep walking over there. And now we need to think of how we want to push the score. How do you even grab a town hall on base like this with any attack? It's just so painful. But luckily for us, we have the log launcher. So if we manage to dump the Super Valk and Super Yeti in the core, then the Town Hall will not be the last building to fall. You can actually deal with that Guardian a little bit sooner. And hey, we also have the freeze spell to use a little bit more flexibly because the Revenge Tower fell with the Fireball itself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my Royal Champion and Queen, try to push my King's ability to open up the walls for this area. You'll notice that is the general idea for these isolated town hall bases. And remember, totem spells to distract the defenses as you're approaching. So there we go, like Earthquake, nicely placed. Ice Golem is freezing everything right now, but we still have the totem spell over here as well. And King is there on the very top of the base, just in case the log launcher breaks early. I can use his ability to allow my queen and the king to reach the core. So look at the funnel formation, right? Like the royal champion took the entire bottom corner, the queen took the entire center area because I timed the totem spell well with the ice cream freezing. And honestly, the king and queen, like I don't need my king's ability to open the walls to the core because look at this, the super Valk and super Yeti, they're gonna grab the guardian, they're gonna grab the town hall. We're all good over there in the core. So I just recalled my king and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use his ability to damage up this area. And I still have 2 rage spells in the bag, guys. Like 2 rage spells. That's more than enough for this entire area at the bottom of the base. The freeze was a little late. That queen could have grabbed a little bit more value, but it's all good. I still have 1 more rage after this. And these furnaces are going to overwhelm the entire right flank as well. So we're all good. We're all good. There's no need to worry. All you need to do is just make sure one out of your 2 or 3 options that can push the core actually reach the town hall on these bases. And you need to, once again, I'm just using my royal champion as a little bit of a tool to support that push towards the town hall because she can't reach the town hall anymore. So I need to ensure either my log launcher or my queen or my king reach the core. Any one of those 3, It's perfectly fine on bases like this. And we made it happen. Like the Royal Champion was the funnel, the Queen was the primary goal with her log launcher to reach the town hall. But hey, if the log launcher breaks, no worries. We still had the king ability to pop. And as you guys saw, the two rages could have easily handled the bottom. I didn't really use my king ability well. It's very, very flexible. Just get used to the new spells and you can wreck bases all the same. This is another base style where the town hall itself is very isolated and there's also a bunch of heroes over there to boot. And this is where I want to talk about another change that I make as well to the army. I'll try to talk about it a little bit more if I find more base styles about it, but the gist is you have to use a flame flinger on some bases now, not a log launcher. And it works. It works. The only catch is go for a flame flinger if you can set it up at the very start of the attack. Not because of the fireball, like literally at the start of the attack. So over here, all I need to do is just snipe these two mortars, and my flame finger can grab all of this value. That is a good amount of value. I will happily take it. And I even get one of the three major defenses that are there in this game right now. So I'll happily take that value. But the reason I'm saying this is um, it can act as its own like royal champion in terms of value, maybe even more. And not only that, but especially on bases like this, right? You grab an entire corner out, and that itself can act as its own funnel point to allow your king to breach the walls to the core. And you'll see what I mean very, very soon. We have the fireball coming in on in this area pretty soon, but you'll see what I mean. So the, all I can say is don't go for the flame flinger if you have to set it up after the fireball lands. Only go for the flame flinger if you can use it at the time of starting your warden walk. That's all you have to worry about. And it's going pretty well. Like we've already removed so much of the base, and it's only my warden with this fireball that's gone to work so far. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start my king in this bottom area, queen near this wizard tower, and royal champion near this top area of the base. And you guys can imagine what's gonna happen. I'm hoping my royal champion and queen remove this top half of the base quickly enough that my king's ability actually opens up the walls and forces my king and queen to go towards the core. It is very possible. You guys will see it happen extremely soon too. Sure, the guardian is taking away at my warden, but that's what the rage spells are for. I'm just trying to allow him to get a little bit more value, and we can recall him soon after that. So just wanted to pull a giga bomb so that it doesn't cause any unexpected issues later on. And let's get started. So warden redeployed up at the top, and only in 1 minute I'm going to remove the rest of the base. So yeah, king down there at the bottom, queen to the flank of the king, ice golems, yetis, whatever, like typical support, and then royal champion at the top. This allows the third earthquake to also be used flexibly. You can use it with your royal champion because it's one less spear required per defense that is hit by the earthquake, and I feel like that's just something cool. So once again, same fundamentals. Totem spells come down to protect your king and queen as much as possible. Look at this, right? My king can actually open up all these walls now. Just use the ability right now. There we go. We even damage up the entire core. And I still have totem spells. I still have the freeze spell. There's still so much I can go to work. I didn't even need the freeze spell just because the totem spells were used well to protect the push for the king and queen. And now I can just reach these guys up and allow the headhunters to also go to work with the help of the poison. So all in all, pretty solid, and I'm very happy with this. Like the flame flinger, it's removed the entire compartment at the bottom of the base, but it's an important caveat. You can only use it if you can set it up at the same time you start your warden walk. Otherwise, it just doesn't get time to set the funnel for your king and queen. It doesn't grab the value. You end up getting conflicting value, by which I mean like the queen and king walk over the same area the flame flinger is walking over anyway. It's just that the other three heroes can collapse through the base very quickly, and the flame flinger needs at least a minute to go to work. And hey, that's as long as we need to warden walk for anyway. So just a new way of doing this attack. There's quite a few changes to get comfortable to. I will put out many more videos talking about these changes in more detail. But for now, that's all I have for you guys. These changes work extremely well, especially against the more annoying base styles that are there. I've tried Super Bowler Smashes, I've tried Meteor Golems, and yeah, Super Bowlers, I feel they fall short on some base styles like these, these isolated Town Hall types. And Meteor Golems are too brain dead for me. I don't. They're just the new Root Riders. I find them extremely boring. You guys will also find them extremely boring within a few months. Everybody is happy right now that they can triple using Meteor Golems, but trust me, the same people that got bored using Root Riders will get bored using Meteor Golems at Town Hall 18. So I'm going to stick to this. It's still fun. It's a completely different dynamic. There's a lot of new muscle memory to learn, and it keeps the game fun. So that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and peace.